Hey everybody, my name is Jesse Grossballon and welcome to the JesseAF show. Today is Tuesday, March 19th, 2019, episode 37 of my daily podcast. Yeah, that's right, daily. That means every single day I'll be posting a new episode. So please check in tomorrow for my next episode. I'm on Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So if you have any of those platforms, please consider subscribing. That way you get notifications for whenever I post a new episode. Today, I'm going to be talking about my theory of selling. And selling because I recently got a DM on Instagram like I always get. And this time I decided to talk to this person. And they were basically asking me if I wanted to have a free week trial of 100 likes per post that I made on Instagram. I was like, oh, there's no fun in that, but let's see. Let's see what they're gonna say. So, it was like, I don't want that. I really don't want that. And it sounds really fake and all that stuff. And they were like, no, they're not fake. They're not fake likes. They're real likes. And all this other stuff. And I was like, whatever. But the way they came across to me was not well executed. And what I mean by that is they didn't do it well at all. I mean, to be honest, they really did not do it well at all. They even had a typo because they were so annoyed with me. But so the way I would have basically tried to sell this 100 likes a post is I would be like, I wrote this down actually. So I can give you 100 insured likes on every penny that you spend towards marketing per post with 1 week free trial. And I know. So the way I said that was I would be selling to people that are already paying for sponsored content on Instagram and Facebook. And I'd be really telling them, hey, look, I get it. The engagement isn't really there for your sponsored posts. And you're not getting any likes, you're just getting views. People are seeing it, but they're not liking it. And what me doing this for you would be is I would be giving you those 100 likes. And I would be making those 100 likes more worth it than just sponsoring a video or making a sponsored piece of content that goes onto Instagram and Facebook. And if they weren't sure about it at that point, which I would expect, I would say those 100 likes will translate into your content being on the top of people's news feeds. And what I mean by that is for every single like that I give you for whatever it is I'm charging, I don't know how much they were charging, but I would make sure that those likes were spread out and not just grouped up all in one. And that would keep your post at the top of people's news feeds, basically. And it would keep your post in the view of your consumers, and it would keep those views up, and those 100 likes would actually translate into double the likes, because those 100 likes will keep your content in the spotlight for a while. And I could say that I'm going to make those 100 likes span over a whole day, 24 hours. So even after you posted, you'd still be getting likes like at 11 o'clock at night when you didn't post. And those likes would translate into more reach. And the reachability would be so valuable for anyone that was paying for these sponsorships or advertisements on Instagram or Facebook. And that would really make the value of your penny even more valuable. Your penny will go a lot further with the content that I'm going to be spamming with likes. And that way, you get more value. And that's a trick. Because selling something to someone is very, very difficult when you don't talk to them face to face. And what I mean by that is looking at their social cues of what you said and how they took it. Those are telltale signs for what your next move is. And when you can't see that at all, you have no clue what you said was good or bad. And they're telling you, I'll think about it, could mean something entirely different than what you think it could mean. So it's incredibly difficult to sell online without seeing someone's face. And that's why I kind of like having that face-to-face communication with whoever I sell a product to or a service to. And I really hate just giving out numbers of how much I charge to clients, just because I'd rather talk to them face-to-face about what I can offer them for that dollar. And if they are insecure about spending that kind of money on my service, that I would actually, in fact, be helping them and giving them much more value than they thought I would be. And that's the trick, because you have to increase the value of that dollar, and you don't know the value of what you are talking about until you give those numbers out and the person's like, no, not for me. And when they say no, that's when you say, okay, time to go to the next person. Because the more time you spend wasting time on trying to sell something to someone that won't take it, that keeps on saying no, is time wasted. Because you're not going to be making them any happier by trying to convince them even more and more that they need to take your service. Because I had this person messaging me for 20 minutes trying to tell me why I need to say yes. And I kept saying no. And the point is, they wasted time on me. And that's time that they could have been making money. So sure, the money in the short term from that one sale could be worth it. But at the same time, it's not worth it if someone's not interested. Because they're not going to do it, no matter what you say. And that's the difference between social media selling or text-to-text selling, because you have no clue what they're thinking. You can't see visual cues. You can't see them on how much it was. So it's a lot trickier, but it also gives you the ability to sell to even more people. Because you're on social media and you're trying to sell to someone individually, there's millions of people, billions of people that are on social media every single day that you can possibly interact with. And not all of them are going to say no. And that's the point. Because when you focus on one person, trying to sell them that one thing, you're missing out on thousands, hundreds of thousands of other people that you could be messaging. There's the problem. But at the same time, the account that they messaged me with was an account with 2 pictures, 2 posts, and that was it. And sure, they had a lot of followers, and they had more people that they were following than they had followers. And that also translates into being not professional and not really being able to give what you're trying to sell. And there's a big point there. You're not going to accept paying or accept these offers from someone that doesn't even have a page, that doesn't even have anything on social media. So when you create these fake accounts to just spam people, you're losing. And that's how you get blocked, that's how you get reported, and all that other stuff, because you spam people. And selling is not about spamming. It's about trying to add value to someone else's life. And by spamming them, you're taking away the value. You're diminishing it. You're becoming mainstream. You're becoming like everybody else. And that's not good. I hope you really learned something from today's episode, because today's episode was so important to whoever is an entrepreneur or whoever's a salesperson and trying to sell something to someone, because you need to add value to their product or to your product that you're selling them. You need to add value to their life. You cannot just make money off of giving them crap, because anyone can give them crap. You have to add value to their life. I hope you really enjoyed this episode, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.